January 30th. About to pour this slab, not us, but it's full of water. It's holding, so guys rigged up this pump to get it clean. And of course, Nathan's sitting on his you-know-what again.
There's a good reason.
And we are stenciling the sides per the requirements so that our hives can be identified. We're not really sure how they're going to line up on the pallets, so we're preemptively doing what we can so that tomorrow night it'll be easy and we won't have to do very many. Yeah, we're just going through and finding if there's any spider like this. This is a spider nest, so we're either scraping it out or burning it out with the torch so that they can get through the inspection station in California and not import any of our spiders or ants or grass seeds or anything. And later on we'll clean up the pallets, get them ready too. They don't test on all the routes, but they definitely test on the route that we take from Texas. Doing a count, final count hopefully, to make sure we got the numbers that we committed to, and then we're going to prep some pallets. January 31st, day of reckoning. We get to load this semi truck tonight with 408 pallets. We got a little bit more equipment that's coming off. We're going to take this truck down to Blanconia, Beeville, Texas. Tomorrow we're at some equipment to prep 3 pad sites for 3 sets of bees, 64 hives. It's 20 minutes from the Texas coast, so they're already in springtime down there. So we're looking forward to some growth and yeah, good things. Got this truck gonna go down there too, so we're just doing some maintenance and getting ready for tonight's big push. Exciting times. Nice to get through this threshold. I'm not sure what got exposed over here. Maybe it's just frames, but oh, somebody let out some pollen patty. Pollen. Man, look at that. Just crazy. Look at the swirls. Absolutely beautiful watching this wind blow these bees around, watching them drift like that, pour down. They create a downdraft. Wow, so cool. Big day, doing some final prep work. Need to get some hydraulic oil for the Avant, and getting ready to load. It's a couple hours till the truck gets here, and we've gone and recounted everything. It looks good. Took some wire brushes to the hives, scrubbed any debris that we could find, and yeah, getting excited. Hour and a half to go till we load the truck. Filling the pollen feeders. Never get tired of watching these gals, excuse me, collect all this pollen. This is just about empty. They've been going through it. Got a lot of bees here right now. Sun's going down. Truck's here. Got everybody kind of waiting around to get this show going. Got John here. John, where are you from?
From Dallas.
And what's your company?
Blackland Bees.
Blackland Bees.
Yeah, named after the Blackland Prairie.
Nice.
Yeah.
And how was your season last season?
It was pretty good. We had a little bit of a rough summer. It was pretty hot and dry, so we did a lot of feeding and tried to get those girls through, but
yeah,
they did pretty well.
The joys of working bees in Texas.
That's right. It's part of it.
All right, Robbie and Russell are here. Got 3 loaders. Trick tonight will be don't get run over and get it done quick. It's real chaotic. We got 3 machines going. I'm running singles with skid steer, so it's a little more challenging. It doesn't have the slides or the boom, but the system works out good. You can see we keep rolling. Had a little problem with the load, but we're getting it sorted out. So they're up here cleaning off all the stuff, any debris, any dirt, making them ready for the shipment so that they don't have it get held up at the inspection site going into California, excuse me. All right, so we're pulling the screen down on the load. Started from the back to the front, worked out pretty good. And the last hives on the load. Gotta squeeze it in, make it work. So he's throwing the strap over these boards. Getting it right every time. Amazing. Got the load up, all secure. Everybody's standing around enjoying themselves. And now the clock starts again. 365 days, go. We got a little mud puddle over here, and we got the truck, and the new guy just drove right through the thickest part of the mud for some reason. So it's just sliding down this hole, but we're getting it. Kind of an awkward angle, but you can see that it's just going. There we go, we're out.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
New guy again. I don't know what he's doing, but some people never learn. At least this time he didn't try to go through the swamp. Did you have a good time?
Oh, always. Always.
Yeah, we'll get this out.
Good thing yeah.
Probably still in gear, huh?
Yeah, but you haven't gotten the rope out. Yep, that should be good. Yep, second time's the charm.
February 2nd, 7:24. You can maybe see if I can hold this steady. Then we're gonna get back to HQ at 11:07 if we don't stop for anything. It's a 6-hour drive. We got the hive sites set up, 2 different properties down in Beeville, Texas. Hopefully it's gonna be a spring down there before us. Got Nathan over here sitting down on the job again. Nathan's had a big day. Nathan, what happened? Quickly.
I got the lawnmower stuck twice, so yeah.
Brilliant.
And I also learned what mesquite trees were. They're not very nice.
Everything down at this place was sharp. McCarthy Rose, mesquite, and Weesatch. But things are about to bloom, so we're pretty pumped. Talk to you on the other side. We got Casey here. We got the new guy. And me. So yeah, we're trying to make a dent in it. Finally getting somewhere on that. It's gonna be nice to start beekeeping again soon. February 3rd, the morning after our trip down to San Antonio, Beeville, back. Gary took a bunch of bees last night down there, early spring. We had one heck of a good rainstorm last night. Gonna have to pump out our slab hole again. And got the trencher coming over today. Good buddy of mine, Gibson, and we're gonna start laying in conduit and water pipe, get our infrastructure upgraded a little bit so we can do more, do better. All about the bees. Here comes the Miniacs. Gonna get the water and electric rolling.
What's up?
Hey Gibson, say hi to YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah, you're a big time YouTube star now.
Are you?
Well, you are now.
Did y'all get that truck stuck already?
Almost down to the campsite area. Got water, electric. Oh, and Nathan sitting down on the job again. What are you doing, Red?
Always sitting. You gotta sit and relax every once in a while.
He calls this Loco Conejo mode. Filling in the trench a little bit so we have a place to go. It's gonna be nice when we get done. So now we're going up the hill to the office learning center bunkhouse, and we found something that Nathan is really good at. Filling in a ditch. We're getting close to the top of the hill. Gibson's backfilling as we go, separating the water and the electric. Almost to the site. We're just gonna stub it off for now because we're not quite there, but you can see the clearing back here. Beautiful place. Sun's going down. So it's Valentine's Day today. We're going through and grading hives that are gonna go to California, and we're tagging them with the nectar QR codes, entering them into the yard, and putting our grading into them. These are card holders that have not had the QR card inserted yet, and it's going good. We're excited. We're gonna have some data. Thanks, Nectar. So we discovered something cool about Nectar. You can scan multiple cards at the same time when you're adding hives, and all of these are weak hives for the most part. So when we're grading them, you can grade them and get them all. So he just added them, and now he's inspecting, scanning. He just added them to the yard. Now he's next.
And submit.
And submitting. Good, now they're in the yard. Good deal. Pretty cool. We're adding some complete all-natural honeybee feed supplement. Contains full-strength Optima 2, Nosavit, and Pro Bee. Got some good stuff for the bees. Heard good things about it. Uncle Marty measured out 3 quarts. Gonna mix it into our feed wagon over there and get everybody fed with it tomorrow. So you can see the treatment, how it's dark up top, and we're pulling it through the pump, circulating it back through to the top, getting mixed up good. Today we're installing the nectar card holders on each one of these hives. It's a scannable computer program / app. We'll show more of that later, but we'll be able to track all of the hive data, dead outs, just a whole smorgasbord of things. I won't get into it all now, but we're just going through and screwing these little doodads onto the front of the hive. These are special zinc screws so that it doesn't mess up the electronics, is my understanding. And we're using a square locking bit, so it's a little bit easier to deal with on our end. And of course, smoking the hives. Good morning, February 9th. These are some bees that were lost they were marooned in a drift. And so I came by this morning to pick them up. I found a somewhat weak hive to knock these frames out in. And so these don't have a queen. They just, they went back to where we were. And one of the guys put one of these 2 frames down and collected them up. And so I'm just shaking them out this morning, doing it one-handed. It's not the best, but you get the idea. So just adding these bees, not wasting them. Big day today. Infrastructure going in. Gonna be really nice to have this extended patio. We're gonna put a cover over it. Got the metal sitting over here, ready to roll. We do a lot of different things. Michelle's working on some equipment for a customer. We got some nice people here that they're writing a book, interviewing Gary, and this young man has been helping us out with doing all sorts of cool things, getting checked out on the equipment. So all the day of a beekeeper. So now we're just cleaning up the remains of what didn't go to California, trying to organize it, get this field cleaned up. We're gonna throw a little seed down this year, try to keep the erosion down. Starting to get to do some beekeeping here real soon. Gonna feed tomorrow with some syrup with some treatment in it. More later on about that. We noticed that the bees weren't hitting the pollen feeders anymore, and you can see all this yellow. Supposedly the elm's blooming, so who knows? Good stuff. There goes the truck. It's got all the pallets that need work, and then here's extras plus what we got down in the barn shop, and full of potential, ready to go for next year, this season. So you saw that natural pollen that's coming into these hives, and this thing was just massively packed with bees, and now they've got a little bit of interest, but not much, not like they were. So whenever they find something they like better, man, they're on it. February 15th, little recap of everything you've seen. You saw us finishing up, getting ready for the hives to go to California. A lot of choices we had to make. It was tough. We've got direction, and so we kind of transitioned to the new season. I think, you know, my mind is we drive to get hives to go to California, and we did that, and you can see that we're now shifted. I'm really excited about the data that Nectar is going to provide for us. It's going to ease some of the office stuff too. That's going to be incredible. So, you know, that's really super exciting. I'm standing in the what we call the downstairs yard, and you can see that we've got hives laid out, kind of different patterns to keep the bees from drifting upstairs. We've got them laid out in a line, so it'd be interesting to kind of monitor that. You know, I said as soon as we loaded the hives that, you know, 365 days started now until the next time we have bees going to California. And it's true. The next day we turned around and took bees down to Beeville, Texas, early spring down there. Now spring is happening here. This is a stand of wild plum, big grove of wild plum. We have several out here on the property, and the bees have been bringing in some yellow pollen. You saw a little bit of that. The bluets are starting to emerge. They're little bitty flower with but high density, so it's good to see encouraging signs. And yeah, kind of excited. You know, it's hard to figure out you know, what you want to do, what you got to do, and we're gonna have to buy some hives to make good on our commitments for this upcoming season. But you know, we've faced that. We've made the decisions now. You know, we may change a few here and there, but yeah, now it's all full of potential and promise again. So tune in next time, and you'll see spring splits. We'll see the bees come back from almonds. You'll see us gearing up and doing queen rearing, and just getting going. It's going to be a really fun, exciting time. Lots of beekeeping ahead for us. And here is a bluet, little bitty flower, and another one, and it's full of potential. Thanks. March 26th, took a week off. Good to be back. Metal building is coming along. The extension is coming along nicely. This is going to be open air, enclosed to protect equipment, keep us dry. Gonna get the water well going here soon. Got trench electrical water, y'all saw that. And now taking out these mesquite trees make room for the drilling rig to come in here. Hopefully that'll come sooner than later. We've been put on notice that it's happening, so we're gonna clean out this space and level it out with some extra material we have on site. And, for those of you who are thinking about buying a tractor or buying a skid steer, my recommendation is tractors are for farmers, skid steers are for everything else. Nathan was tired of operating the shovel by hand, so he's using the forks put together to channel over for a water line, and hopefully he's not just making more of a problem. Here's a great example of the wild plum. This is spread out all through the forest right now. It's a quick window, rolling window. Some hit really early now and for the last week, and then some a little bit later. And here's another look at the bluet. They're small. Takes lots of flowers to get a load for the bees, but they're everywhere. Seen a lot of pollen coming. There's some. Seeing some light yellow, some more light yellow, seeing some red. Good time of year. Hey, go back in there with that bluet. There you go. So we got Nathan here pulling some frames on these nukes that we went through, I don't know, 10 days ago. And you want to not lay them down flat because you can smash bees on the bottom.
Okay, so like that?
Yeah, I put them on the ground here.
Okay.
So you can lean them up against and see how it doesn't have as much long space to smash the bees.
Okay. Right along when the video is going on.
Yeah, well, the new guy. What are you gonna do?
Right.
So this has got some brood going. We were a little bit worried that these were going to be maybe running out of space. So you got see a lot of the larvae that hasn't been capped yet. And the queen is working, backfilling that. So it's looking good, but they're still got plenty of room. You can see down in the cracks. Let's pull that next one. So pretty big brood field. Stretches most of that frame. Got some resources, little honey over here. You can see the white pearlescent color of some larvae. Let's see that other side. Let's see if we can get down in here. So you can see some larvae that's much smaller. We could probably graft from that. I don't have my glasses, but the expanded view, we could probably graft from that. Not that we would choose this one particularly, but yeah, interesting.
Next one.
Lots of pollen, yeah, please. Lots of pollen coming in. Good sign. You saw some of the sources in the earlier video. Yeah, there's a lot of bees. You can see the queen, center of this frame, walking around. I'm not sure why this one was marked for check because it's kind of a low population situation. But it's good to look at them, so we're looking. And Nathan didn't smash any bees or kill the queen. He found it, so hey, way to go, new guy.
Thanks.
Here's an amazing look at the variations of pollen that nature provides for us. You see the reds, the almost purple hues, the bright yellows, the oranges. Really nice frame of resources. This is one of the hives that we like that we want to graft off of, hopefully. This is what they call sand plum. It's a whole bunch of little plum trees. Coons like to eat it. There's a butterfly floating around in there. Bees have already hit this. It's a quick source for them. It's good, and now it's over. Oddly enough, we got into these hives we wanted to graft from, and there was slick frames on them for some reason still, and they were in the bottom. So of course the queen will want to stay up in the top or not lay, or have this big gaping wound in the brood chamber. So they might want to swarm as opposed to doing what we need them to do. There's the queen, but what's really nice is a lot of freshly laid, some good graftables. I don't know if you can see down in there. So this is encouraging. Just move down to the bottom box. This is a yard, we call it the observation yard, and there was some hives that we bought from another beekeeper, and they used mixed equipment, so there was brood present on some of these small honey supers. So we put an excluder down here. Here, let me lift this up. I can show you this down here. Put an excluder on, made sure the queen was trapped below, and that way the brood can hatch out, and then we can take this size frames boxes off of here and get it all uniform.
Nope, still there.
So we can't pull this one off because they're still brood, so they're starting to hatch out, so it needs a little bit more time. All right, it's leap day 2024. We got the new guy and his super tight load, taking some singles down to Jasper, Texas, where we get a lot of our bees from, and we're gonna go observe their queen grafting technique. And you can see that some of this load's uneven, but not bad for the first attempt. Luckily there's no bees in here, so new guy got to experience the joy of no bee loading.